I'm here with, I'm CB here with Yarbles and Tree. So, say hello, everyone.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, we're bringing you round 5 of the mild tier. We got Glizzy Gladiators versus Red Fox Mafia. It's gonna be a good one. I'm a big fan of the map pool, and the lineups look pretty solid. So it should overall be an interesting match. What are you looking forward to about this match, Tree?
Yeah, I think there's two very interesting teams here that are definitely competing for the league right now. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they can bring and really seeing what they're made of. Haven't had a chance to watch either team like too closely so far, so I'm definitely more excited to see what they're all about. And it looks like we just got the final ready from the team captains, so whenever we're ready, we'll be jumping right into it.
Yeah, and someone who plays for a team, I've been looking at RFM closely because, they're the only undefeated team with our team, so whenever that match comes up, that should be a very, very fun one to play, be a part of. But nonetheless, we're jumping right into Ilios, heading onto the ruins. So I'm expecting more of a kind of either brawly, wrecking ball. You don't really play too much double shield into this one, right?
No, wouldn't expect to see that. Would expect to see some brawl or some divey poke type comps for sure, maybe a widow. Always love to see people force like the Lucio on any map of Ilios, just looking for environmental kills. A lot of great like pillars and places to wall right here. But yeah, it looks like you were right on. Looks like it's going to be the Rhine matchup with a lot of brawl.
Yep, it's also a very comfortable comp for a lot of teams in mild tier. Just running the straight up brawl. I'm even trying to force it on maps like Gibraltar, because it requires more team synergy rather than actual mechanical skill, which is why you don't really see too much wrecking ball in these lower tiers. But in any case, we have the Rhine Zarya versus the Rhine Diva here. So both teams making their way to point. Hanzo trying to poke out on the side of GG, as well as the Junkrat spam, and Primate is just going straight down mid. He's just rushing it down and already gets fallen to below half HP, and he falls. Big Libersky with the hammer swing as well as the Discord Orb from Moblack. That's gonna set him up to win this fight. And with Night going down, there's just not enough sustain with only Kratos left, and everyone's gonna fall, just trying to stall it out. Trying not to let him get as much percentage, and first fight going straight into to GG's favor.
Yeah, from a comp perspective, I thought RFM definitely had the advantage, but GG just seemed to play it so much better. They played like grouped up together, they didn't get split up. And yeah, now they'll have control of the point coming into the next fight.
Yep, and Primate just charges, almost charges into Narnia if it wasn't for that again.
Punished by those Discord orbs.
Moblack is just putting a lot of pressure on these tanks with those Discord orbs. They have to find a way to deal with the Zen here as they back up into spawn.
Yeah, they have the spam advantage for sure with the Hanzo, the Junkrat, the Zenyatta. It's gonna be tough for Rhine to just walk up, especially now that they don't have the Lucio anymore.
Yeah, and let's see if they overcome this challenge. Primate looking to use this shield and emote as a way to peek, but the dragon gets thrown out. Splits them in a weird way, which cuts off Primate for a lot of resources, and that's 2 down.
High 2 down, and they still go for the high noon. They get the res, but this fight is just all over the place.
Yeah, the res goes through, but how long are they gonna survive with the trance being forced out? Hey, might want to have that one and the tire back, but nonetheless, they do win the fight.
Primate swapping over to the Winston now. Gonna be interesting to see how that comp plays out. Double bubble, but with a Hanzo, May, Moira, Mercy. They've got both their support ults, but it's tough to see at least right now what their win condition is gonna be.
Yeah, it's kind of hard for the Winston. Oh my god, what a shatter! That's 3 on the floor, 1 down, but the Blizzard gets dropped. It's gonna catch Big Leversky out in the open, but I mean, it doesn't matter. The picks are going in favor of GG.
Yeah, I don't think they make it to the point.
That's very unfortunate. Yeah, GG takes the first round.
A dominant round from GG. They gained control early and just never looked back, 100-0.
Yeah, what do you think really went wrong for RFM there?
To me, it seemed like a communication thing, maybe. Just Primeape was not on the same page as like his supports or the rest of his team. He would go in early and end up isolated from the rest of his team. The DPS might be like flanking, trying to get picks, or looking for an ultimate when they're already down in the fight. With the composition they're running, they should have an advantage. I would just like to see them play like more grouped up on top of each other, and just play to the strengths of their comp.
Yeah, I mean, I was a fan of the Winston swap, but as soon as I saw it, it was a little too late, and on top of that, I mean, Winston diving with no DPS to follow up on the dives, or even the tank.
Yeah, it seemed like they wanted to stay on some of the characters and didn't make a full comp swap just because the ultimates they had online. But now we'll see both teams running the Symmetra, I believe, trying to see who gets the point first.
Yeah, double TP, and RFM opts to take the high ground here instead of TPing straight on the point. And now that's just going to set up GG with the turrets on point. There's just a lot to deal with, and everyone on RFM just looking not so healthy at the moment. And Moblag trading out with Phoenix right there, and
you love to see it.
Yeah, I mean, that's just they're gonna have to back up. Without the Zen, without the Orion, you don't have enough damage or shielding. That's unfortunate. And they haven't taken out the TP yet, so they could go straight back in.
Yeah, they should be able to get back into the fight pretty quickly, but hopefully they are able to play like together again. Not just one player charging in and leaving their team open, but as I say that, he goes in for the pin and is blown up right away.
Yeah, he just ran it down mid, and it's just going to cost his team right there. There's 3 picks as well as the D-Mech, make that 4. I mean,
a huge anti-grenade from Kredos, but yeah, the front line's already gone, it's blown up, there's no one to follow it up. It's looking like it's going to be a tough fight to get back into this one for RFM.
And it was such a winnable fight too, because Wukong was up on the high ground trying to contest, gets sluts by Kredos, only for no one else to look at him, and he just gets away with it. So now, 60% in favor of GG. You got a couple ultimates coming through. We got the barrier as well as the amplification matrix, and that's a pin straight off the map. That's Ryan for Ryan. But let's sustain.
Neither team has a front line this time.
Yeah, but the Moira does go down.
But not much they can go in, yeah.
It was an interesting play, but ultimately did not work out in the end.
Yeah, and GG still just maintaining like the advantage in the ult economy going into these fights, like using their ults very well, rotating them, and just not over-investing into one fight.
But here comes the bomb. Oh my god, catching 2. Shatter dropping from Primeape. Catching 1, but I mean, with the trans and with Ben's turrets doing so much work, there's just nothing they can do. They're just ult dumping because they can. And GG taking the first map in a rather convincing style, I'll say.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I'm definitely convinced by their performance there. 200% to 0 on both points. Doesn't get much more dominant than that.
Yeah, and to me, I don't know about you, but it just seemed like the supports, the DPS, and the tanks, all of them were just on their own, you know, separate island in their own mind, not really coordinating as a team. I don't know if you caught that too.
Yeah, that seemed to be what was happening. They had some interesting plays. I thought like their pathing and setup to get into fights was good when they had the sim teleports and having people trying to get behind to initiate fights, but then the execution once the fight broke out seemed to be just a little lacking in terms of like focusing the same targets and being able to identify like their win condition for each fight going in. But again, just a lot of credit to GG and how well they played that. Definitely didn't make it easy for RFM to find a way in.
Yeah, and with GG taking the first map, we're gonna wait for swaps and all that to come through, and the next map will be King's Row, I believe. Yep, and we already got it ready to go. So Yeah, now we're just waiting on swaps. So, in your mind, Tree, what do you think RFM can do to just kind of, you know, try to come together? Because it does seem like they're lost and not really on the same page. What do you think they can try?
Yeah, in a team environment, like even like no matter what tier it's at, I think just having like a shot caller that everyone listens to is a huge thing. So either like someone who's gonna rein in Primeape and like make them play more with the team and like less aggressive, or just someone that's gonna convince everyone to go all in with them every time, just like pedal to the floor, just everyone's dumping in all their resources and going all in when he dives in. But they gotta get on the same page and figure out essentially like how they're gonna overcome like the execution on the side of GG, who's just pretty much playing lights out right now.
Yeah, they're playing super duper tight. Not really too many bad things to say about positioning or point presence or even just individual skill. I mean, they're just playing super duper well today. So I think if RFM is gonna pull through, uh, they're gonna need some sort of talk. See what's going on in their chats and try to figure out something. Because
For sure.
whatever they tried, I mean, it was good in theory, but just the execution was not there.
Yeah. And they're definitely not out of it by any means at this point. It could have just been a warm-up map for some people. Maybe they're just getting on. But yeah, I think it's hard to read too much into like a control map. Anything can kind of happen. And when one team gets momentum, it's pretty hard to overturn that, especially when you got like Symmetra set up on Lighthouse. Like, that can be pretty hard to take. So I'm interested to see for sure how they bounce back on a map like Kings Row.
Yeah, I mean, just look at San Francisco Shock. I mean, they win like every other map, but they lose like pretty much every control map.
Yeah. I guess it just depends what kind of map lends itself to a team strength. So I'm eager to see what they're able to bring out for this next one.
Yeah, and if you thought that Ruins was very brawl heavy, I mean, you haven't seen anything yet. This is the Goats brawl map.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
mean, you can get away with Pharah and all that stuff, but I mean, nothing beats rush it down mid with a May Reaper here. I mean,
The
that's
May
just so
Reaper, the
brawlic.
Rhine Zarya. I think
I
every
mean,
Overwatch player can appreciate that aspect of Kings Row. You just look forward to when that map pops up on like after you've been queuing up for a game, that map shows up, and you just know you're gonna have a good time.
oh, Yarvels hates this controversial opinion. At least I think I told him. I
Don't you
said
talk
Kings
about the
Row is
hates.
not a good map.
Who
Kings
heard
Row
that?
not a good map.
Okay,
It's a very
I
controversial opinion.
that is super controversial.
I respect you for saying that.
Kings Row best map.
Best map.
Yeah.
I just okay. I'm one hit scan player, so obviously it sucks.
Just get good.
I mean, I could play the May. My May's good. It's just I just don't. I just don't
Love that
enjoy
expert
being
level
in May jail.
analysis. Just get
Yeah.
good.
Just click ads, bud.
May jail is so boring. I don't want to.
That's fair. That's fair.
But anyways, we do see. It looks to be a few swaps here. We got Tai Tai coming in for Band, and Kazurai coming in for Villain. I'm sorry, I'm probably butchering that one. And First Banana coming in for Phoenix SMG. So yeah, a couple swaps here. Maybe we'll have a shot caller in for this map for RFM. Some sort of dedicated shot caller here. And I expect Primeape or Rotarps to be the ones just absolutely blasting everyone's ears in the comms. I know every team has at least one or two of those people.
Yeah, definitely. I think those voices are definitely important in a team environment. Someone that's always gonna speak their mind and try to get everyone on the same page. Whether they're always right or not, it's better to do like the wrong thing together than a few right things but on your own.
Oh yeah, trust me. Like sometimes I think we're hard feeding on our team, but it just works. I like somehow doing a plan that shouldn't work just works because we were together. I mean, I don't know. It's just magic, I guess.
It'd be like that sometimes.
So, I mean, going back to the whole Kings Row controversy, the only reason why I don't like it is because I think first point defense is, in my opinion, too easy, and then
It can be a tough one to hold with that choke point, and depending on how the enemy team's set up.
second point is just kind of miserable to defend, I think. I feel like you just kind of breeze through the second point and just wait for third to come.
But then you just have those like crazy like 5-minute holds on third point where it all comes together.
Yeah, and that's what I don't like being an attacker, because it's like as soon as I cap first point, it's like, yeah, we have a chance here, and then second point we just roll through. It's like, okay, everything's going to plan. Third point, 5-minute hold, and that's just pain. That's pain.
That is a fair point.
I like the Streets favorite.
Looks like
map, though.
Yeah.
Streets is fun to
readies
watch,
from both
but
teams?
yeah, I don't know. Streets is fun to watch, but it just feels like we fly right through that point unless someone gets a hold on Archway.
Yeah, I like holding that one first corner there. I don't know, it's always just fun.
Yeah, always got to make the decision if you want to rush back into contest first point or if you want to all get reset together so you can hold at the archway there.
Yep.
Yeah, again, just part of the strategy that makes Kings Row so interesting, so exciting. Such a tense map.
Yeah, and
Now
I agree.
entering
Very tense map. I do enjoy watching it. I'm just not a fan of playing it. But yeah, we got the readies from the teams, and we're in Kings Row. We're living in a society right now of desolate land. I don't know. I think they got taken over by robots or something. I don't know. I don't care.
There's a lot
But
going on.
anyways, yeah, we'll see what RFM does in their attack very, very shortly. But we'll get to see GG's defense here in about 5 seconds.
Yeah, definitely expecting to see the Rhine matchup again here, the
ready
brawl.
for battle.
And looks like that's
got a
what we'll be
double
getting.
shield. Yeah, it's the age-old classic double shield versus Rhine Zarya. I mean, I do like this double shield look though,
Attackers in
because
30
I mean the Sigma provides a lot of poke with the Junkrat and the Zen.
Yeah. Sigma,
You just-
Junk, Soldier, yeah, that's gonna be tough to fight through, especially with just Rhine Zarya.
And Sigma, I mean, a lot of people forget how much damage he actually does. That's
Oh,
it's crazy
absolutely.
if you get both direct hits with those spheres.
Yeah. It's gonna be tough too. It's gonna, if DJ Frying Pan is really gonna lock in the Widow, they're gonna need some big picks. But again, it's gonna be tough with the two shields, so
incoming.
we'll see how this plays out.
Defend objective A.
Yep, and trying to take a couple pot shots here, gets blocked out by this barrier. So probably has a little bit of an angle, but
Yeah, I really like the pathing they're taking here to get through the choke.
yeah, they opt to take the high ground here, and
Yeah,
I mean
buff out
it's
a
an
lot of the
aerial
spam.
battle.
Huge.
It was a dogfight between Junkrats, just both in the air, and First Banana taking it, and that just brings GG down one player. We'll see if they can bring this fight back. Already Primate gets knocked off the high ground. Kazurai taking out Tai, so that's gonna be both DPS down, and Big Lebersky falls too. That is a super duper winnable fight here. They just have to take out a few more people on the point. A nice shot by Rotarps. That's gonna be able to clean things up here.
Yeah. See, this is exactly what we were looking for from RFM, just playing on the same page, using like their pathing to get into fights, and then actually having a plan and executing it. They found the good early pick, and then just were able to steamroll their advantage from there. DJ was able to take like a really good angle on the Widowmaker, just having full like view of the point, and then the rest was history.
Yep, and they're purposefully holding off this archway, but I mean, 2 people fall, so this archway does become a viable strat now if they can just clean up some of these tanks. Push up
Looks like
here.
we will be seeing the Widow 1v1 too, with Tai swapping over.
Should be a fun one to watch. Haven't seen much of TyTy's Widow. I have seen a bit of Rotarp's Widow. So we'll see how the matchup goes. But anyways, they push the cart past the archway. That is a key point to hold if you're the defenders. Primate's shield falls, and that's just going to allow them to take some space here. Kazurai fallen, but Rotarps gets another pick out in return, and first Banana with
Huge
the tire. That's taking out a tank and a support. Zen Sig fall on the other side. And now it's just Baptiste here, trying to stall. Oh, no, the shatter.
A little
My
ambitious
eyes.
with that one. As a zoning shatter.
My eyes hold me, chat. But I mean, now they're at such a good position, right? To just push this all the way
Yeah.
through.
They should be able to cap the second point with no contest here.
Especially
Yeah,
that
some big ults
positioning.
coming online. Yeah, some big ults coming online for GG, which should make it tough, and that's a great first pick to get this defense on third point started.
Yeah, TyTy with the, I don't know if that was a body shot or headshot, but I'm gonna call it, I'm gonna give him the benefit. Call it a headshot. Nice headshot. And Rotarps winning the Widow 1v1. That was a nice shot, actually. And Lucio just kind of in the back line right now, doing Lucio things.
I love to see that.
Yeah, and still trying to push this car, even though, I mean, it's a tied-up fight. But Wukong does get taken out of the mech, as well as both people from tank and support falling.
Huge stop on the tire.
That could have been disastrous right there. But that
Yeah, that
tire.
was an ambitious play for sure, trying to turn the fight when they were already down, but to shut that down just adds insult to injury there. This push is looking unstoppable right now.
They almost have 4 minutes to cap. They have to use trance to contest this. Keep the Rhine alive with some sort of support. And the Windows is thrown out. Grav being thrown onto Big Libersky. I mean, they're just gonna crumble. It's a trade though. Lux!
Credits threw down the lamp,
support.
but he was standing outside of it. No!
Oh my goodness, they managed to hold him off.
With the caster curse.
I mean, credit to Lux there for finding a couple picks.
Oh yeah, there were some huge plays there. I thought they had it after the grab and killing off the Rhine and the Zen that were stalling, but huge play with the Transcendence to stall for the time they needed to get back into that fight.
Yeah, that was very impressive, and now we have RFM, so many ults online here, pushing into the fight, and huge shatter with the bomb coming through.
The feet
bomb
to
doesn't
protect
really
the
find
team.
much.
They only
Here
get
comes the
one
tire.
pick off the shatter, which is incredible.
Oh, nice counter shatter there, but I mean, it's
All
just a
for
little
naught.
too late.
No
Only
one left to follow it up.
Oh, they cap him.
Yeah, that'll be good with a good 3 minutes on the time bank. Well earned from RFM there.
0 to 3. Switching sides.
Oh, honestly, that could have been an even better time bank for RFM if it were for not of the heroics of the support line. You know, with the trans
definitely.
and the kills.
That could have been, yeah, a 4 minute plus time bank, so definitely could be worse, and not the worst possible position for GG.
Just cap with a better time, forehead.
Really, just capping with any time gives you a chance.
Yeah, I mean, I believe
With
it's
as like
as long as-
snowbally and momentum based as this map can be, really, just give yourself a chance in overtime.
Yeah, I mean, as long as they don't cap in overtime, I mean, any time is good.
Yeah.
Attackers incoming in
Also, shout out to Twitch chat. They said hi to me, so I'll say hi to them.
Yeah, the RFM looked a lot better on that attack there. Their DPS were popping off and making plays. They were able to follow up on the space created by Primate, and they looked solid. They took their momentum and they ran with it. They made a lot of plays and used their ults well, and yeah, just a great round on them.
5, 4.
Yeah, and now we'll see what they do on this defense here.
Attackers
Yeah, looking for the
they-
Maywalls at the choke to separate the team.
A little cheesy, but
Yeah,
I mean,
see,
that's what you
Rotarp's
expect from
lining it
King
up.
Zero. Oh, it doesn't
Little
commit
early
to
on the
it.
charge.
Oh. Yeah, and the wall is just a little bit too open,
Little
so it's
crooked.
gonna allow them to run right through. And but I mean they managed to hold them off. They take out Lux, Wukong, and Big Leversky right there, and to the spawn they go.
Starts off a little shaky, but then ends up just being easy cleanup. Yeah, they'll switch over to the Orisa now on attack. So Ryan Orisa double shield.
This double shield, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of this one. It just feels a little too static, especially without the Lucio.
Yeah, with like they're very tanky and have a lot of healing and a lot of damage, but still tough to see how they're gonna start off a lot of these fights.
Yeah, I mean, with this comp, you're just bound to get out spammed, and the Shatter falls. A couple people hit the dirt. No follow-up on it really, but I mean there doesn't really need to be already 2 down for GG. So the reset coming through. Oh, nice daggers.
Well done. Huge plays from Kazurai.
Yeah, and about 2:30 left. I mean, it's just looking really solid for RFM right here. They really did manage to turn it around from that map 1.
GG is coming up on about 5 ultimates, but on the other side you're looking at just about 5 as well.
Yep, Amplification Matrix, Blizzard dropped, and Slavi Klavi first of all. I mean, they're just throwing a lot of ults into this one. Yeah, that's just so many ults being dropped. I mean, they're just bound to lose that one, just based off the war of attrition.
Yeah, I think they're making a lot of great plays on this defense, but I worry if that ult economy play there is gonna hurt them in the long run. As next fight, they will be facing 4 ultimates versus the 4 they just used in that fight, somewhat unnecessarily.
Yeah, that was very smart for GG for not investing more than they should have, and a nice block. I don't know who blocked that one, but I mean it worked in the end. The mortality field used.
Huge
the Tai with the 2K. I mean, people are just falling left and right here. It's not looking very good for RFM here. Defense does eventually collapse, but it did take a lot of time off that time bank here.
Yeah,
so
and again, I think it goes back to like that previous fight where they were over-investing with ultimates pretty much in the enemy team spawn. But good for GG being able to capitalize off of their mistakes and punish them for it. They had to invest a lot in that fight as well, using pretty much every ultimate they had available, but they got themselves the first point cap.
Yeah, and now 3-3-3 on that time bank. Lucky numbers. Let's see if they are. No major swaps from either team composition.
Tai on the Pharah now.
Oh, I didn't even notice that, to be honest.
Huge anti.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna have to play a little more safe here with that anti, but I mean, first Banana with very little HP finds Tai. Gets res with the grab.
Love seeing the grab Blizzard just absolutely lock down the enemy team. They're not going anywhere. Just easy cleanup for the DPS. And that's a fight win for RFM as they can start the 2nd point hold. And they can just take back the archway.
Yeah, that was very impressive. Only invested 2 ults into that one this time. And they just... I mean, that's all you need right there. Blizzard grab.
Yeah, Tai just gets a little too aggressive there on the far end, gets picked off pretty early, but if he can stay like a little higher up in the air and just rain down like a bunch of that spam damage, I think it's going to be a very different fight this time around.
Yep, and speaking of that, here comes the spam. Pharmacy in the air. It's already doing a bit of work. I mean, you got 44% on the barrage, and here comes the tire. For first Banana, it's taking out Luxwalt. That is a very good first pick right there in the fight, as Wukong gets nanoed. And here comes the enemy tire, gets Lucio, but I mean, everyone else was nice and snug. And that
everyone that's got
oh my gosh,
button is pressing it. Tai popping off there.
The 4K, 5K make that. That's beautiful.
Yeah, looks like they should be able to break open that 2nd point now. And they do still have their tank ultimates online. That supercharger will be huge for getting like the rest of their ultimates back online with the damage boost there.
Yeah, I mean, like you were saying earlier, this I mean, as long as the Pharaoh's in the sky like we saw, I mean, there's just so much work getting done here. Forcing Rotarp to swap onto the McCree, but I mean, Primate falling to Big Lebersky there, and yeah, that should be the point cap at this point. Just the Lucio stalling as the Shatter gets dropped, not really finding much. Hey, is this winnable? Mo Black with the res. Okay, maybe not.
Oh, and they missed the
Oh,
grab.
no.
Catching on to one.
That might not have been a very good play, but I mean, it is a play.
You look tired.
Huge sleep onto the Lucio there. Yeah, and also just something I've been noticing, a couple of unfortunate, like, Baptiste windows from Kretis. Like, they just seem to be a little too far forward for a team to take advantage of them. Like, Wukong's just able to walk past the window and suddenly your team's not able to get that amplified damage.
Yeah, and I mean, that nice stagger onto Primate right there, that should allow a lot of space to be taken for GG here. So we'll see what what GG can do here. They have the barrage, they have the tire, and Tai finding 2 picks right off the rip. Wukong getting nanoed. That's a scary man. That is a very brolic man. But here comes the tire. Tire able to catch 2.
Will it be enough?
1 gets rest. You got the Ana coming back, but that's just so much damage on the Big Lebersky. Just cannot mitigate that. No armor there. And I mean, they're able to clutch out that fight there with both tanks falling.
That's always the struggle of the Mercy player. Do you res the other healer mid-fight, or do you keep healing your team so they can keep fighting? And it ends up being the wrong bet that time. And he goes for the res on the other healer, and the rest of his team just crumbles while he's doing that.
Yeah, and now with about a minute left. GG, they have a lot of ults coming online, but Lucio? It matters not, I guess. I mean, did he find 2 picks? 1 gets res, but I mean, Big Lebersky falls. That looked like a really bad start, but they're able to clutch it out right there.
Yeah, just an absolute mess of a fight.
A bit of a clown fiesta right there, but I mean, it worked in the end. Here comes Slobby Globby with the tire, manages to find Kretis right there. There's no amplification matrix yet as he falls, so the bongo being dropped by Big Lebersky, that's just so much damage being pumped in.
Oh, and another huge tire from Banana. With
4K
the 4K.
from Banana.
Going absolutely bananas with it.
Yeah, and that might be enough to clutch up. It's only Tai versus the Diva and Baptiste. And that's just, they're just not going to touch, and that's going to be it. That is an absolutely huge play from First Banana right there. That tire. If it
Oh, the
weren't for
tires
that,
on
I
third
mean,
point were massive, just finding huge value every time.
yeah, I mean, if it weren't for that, that fight just looked really, really very much in favor of,
Yeah, absolutely huge play. Hits 3 players, both supports, and gets the supercharger out of the way and then cleans up the Orisa. Just, yeah, beautiful play. Exactly like the clutch play his team needed right there.
And now it is tied up 1-1. You know, GG, RFM both have 1 on the board. So as we head into the next map, which shall be Route 66, we'll see which team can pull this through, as it's looking like a very close one so far.
Yeah, definitely have to agree. Just like we were saying, RFM definitely not out of it after like that first control map, and they showed us why there. Able to battle back, and they made some good swaps, and their players just all popped off. They seem to be executing their plans like much better, much quicker, and GG didn't really seem to be able to have an answer for what they were doing.
Yeah, and I mean, how'd you feel about the Pharah on third? Because I typically don't like to see it, because it's such a more confined space to work with if you're a Pharah.
Yeah, they definitely did work on the streets phase, which is a great point to play fire with the high like skybox and all the buildings and cover to play behind. But yeah, third point's much trickier. They swapped to a hit scan on the other side, a lot easier to shut it down, and also just not as much room to play around. So yeah, probably a swap could have been useful, but they were still finding value to their credit, getting like a bunch of picks every fight. Some barrages were finding value, but yeah, maybe their team just needed something different there. But again, tough to say what the answer would have been.
Yeah, I mean, I've been watching a lot of Owl recently, And I'm just waiting for the day one of these teams really wants to decide to just run the wrecking ball. That'll be fun, especially with the buffs. Slash, I guess is kind of a nerf with the grapple.
Yeah.
Wrecking ball is looking still strong, but a little bit hindered on the mobility there.
Yeah, definitely a change to like his playstyle and how like aggressive he can be, just like with the changes to like the cooldowns and the shielding. But I don't know, if you gotta have the mechanics and the game sense, definitely a great tank to find value on. Yeah, tough to say if we'll be seeing it in here, even though how much it is played in Owl right now.
Yeah, and we do have a swap from GG. We have a Band of Hawk coming in for Slobby Globby. So we'll see if that's all the swaps and see what Band can bring to the DPS line. I know Band it has a pretty nasty Hanzo on him. I went up against that firsthand. I know pretty much just look out for that. I mean,
Yeah,
just
definitely
looking at
something
this,
to keep an eye on.
looking at the
Anytime
stats
someone
here for
comes in with a reputation like that for just like a certain hero that they're almost guaranteed to pop off on every map, that's definitely something to look for.
I mean, let me just read this out to you. I mean,
All right, let's
21
hear it.
hours just this season alone on Hanzo,
Uh-huh.
and next closest DPS is 4 hours on Symmetra.
Okay, just a bit of a gap there.
Yeah, just a bit of a gap. So yeah, I mean, I wonder what they're gonna play.
Yeah, I mean, if you got
Got a
something that
moment.
works, why switch it up?
Yeah, I mean, last time I went up against Band, they were still silver, so they managed to climb out of that. I mean, as deserved. Uh, I'm just saying though, nothing as scary. I think I said this one to Yarbles here, but nothing is scarier than a silver Hanzo. Silver Hanzos scare me because for
Oh,
some
yeah.
reason they hit all the headshots.
You can't predict it.
Dude, that's a fact. Every time, Silver Hanzo.
But yeah, we do have a swap as well from a couple swaps actually for RFM. We have I can't say it. Villain coming in for I'm really bad with the name. Coming in for Primate. Primate moving over to support. So that
It's an interesting change.
Yeah, that brings Credis out, and we got another change. We got the Lucio player from last time, Neo, coming in for Rotarps right there.
Yeah.
So
And then,
lots of
yeah, is that Banana staying in? Probably to play more of the Junkrat?
yeah. I mean, this is very interesting. The swap ups. I mean, we got supports playing deeps, and we got tanks playing support. I mean, they probably have worked out a strat like this before, where some people play specialist heroes on off rolls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So,
it'll be
I
interesting
mean,
to see what they have in mind for Route 66. Like a lot of open sight lines. I don't know. Yeah, I'm curious to see what comp they have or what strats they have planned out for this one.
yeah, and I mean the snipers. I mean, as much as they got nerfed, I mean you can still play the Hanzo. The Widow nerf isn't really a nerf because they also increased the max range. So, I mean it's not really a nerf because I mean you still get pretty much full power from like across the map. So, you could still opt to play double sniper here if you really wanted to. This is a very strong map for that.
Alright, and looks like we're getting right into it.
Traveling to Route 66.
Yep, and as we go in for route, we do have GG this time on the attack. So, oh wait. Oh yeah, my bad, wrong team. I looked at, for some reason I got mixed up in my head. I thought blue
Initiating
was
match.
I thought blue was attacking. I don't know why. I played this game
All
for
good,
2
all
years,
good.
by the way.
I get it
2 years,
confused
by
all
the
the
way.
time still. Yeah. One day it'll sink in, but that's not today.
Very unfortunate, but yeah, we do have GG on the defense, I should say. We'll see what they bring out. Wonder if they're gonna play Hanzo.
I'd be surprised to see anything else at this point. And yeah, you
Yeah, we got the
were
double
dead on
sniper.
with the double sniper. Yeah.
Well, the Ashe does provide value still. You have to be at a more specific range now. It's kind of almost a little bit longer than McCree. But, I mean, the ultimate and the dynamites are still very valuable for Ashe, so still,
Yeah.
even though she got nerfed, it's still a very valuable hero here.
Yeah. Would almost like to see Moblek on the Mercy again, just to be damage boosting these like long range snipers. I mean, the Discord Orb is helpful as well, but I think the Mercy Pocket is just extra valuable, especially on a map like this.
Yeah, and we do see an aggressive angle from Tai Tai. Probably going to get a dynamite out of spawn here. See if they are wise to avoid that, and they are. Heads up play, and Reno on the Pharah. Gonna have to take this duel against Tai Tai. They got the hit scan versus the Pharah. Age-old classic duel. As the cart pushes forward, first banana on that Hanzo. So Hanzo 1v1 here. See who wins this one out. And banned. Oh my goodness! Already with the pick on the Pharah. That's nasty.
Oh.
And
And catches the Mercy going for the res.
That, I mean, that's just the hit scan coming into play as well as the Hanzo snipers. You don't really think of Hanzo as a way to deal with Pharah, but if it works, it works.
I mean, especially with like that Discord Orb on the far as well, don't have to hit too many arrows to just take her out of the sky. Yeah.
And what about,
Band already with the headshot on the far, already has the Dragon Strike, is just gonna let it loose.
oh my
Huge
gosh.
3K.
Of Hawk. I talked about it coming into the map, he's cracked.
Yeah, definitely living up to the hype. Oh, and the Sonic Arrow headshot. Oh, Primate not having a good time there.
Yeah, and, what do you think, I mean, what do you think RFM should do here? I mean, maybe a swap off the Pharah? I'm not sure.
I do think they need to swap up the Pharah. I think it could be one of those situations where they almost have their ultimate and wanna like get it online. But on the other side, there's just so many things that can shut it down.
Yeah, and the Coalescence being invested here, I mean, they just went out this fight, 2 from Primate, and they do manage to take out pretty much all of GG there, so
Yeah.
very nice
Did
team fight.
Wukong die going for the Shatter there as well?
Thank you.
I think so. I didn't see anyone fall to the ground on the side of RFM here.
Yeah, it's tough. So you're running the double sniper, you've got a lot of spam.
Yeah, but oh, here's the barrage instantly. Gets trans and immortality field, so I mean that is a heads up play from the supports right there.
Yeah, so that's essentially what I was talking about with the fire swap. Like, even if you do get the ultimate off, there's just so much on the other side that can shut it down. The defense matrix, the transcendence, the immortality field, and then you're just a vulnerable target for those snipers to pick off.
Yeah, I mean
Nino will
also.
swap over to the Tracer now.
Yeah, not a lot of, I'm surprised Bears did that. I'm not sure what happened there, but, I mean, there's only a few left on card anyway, so it was just a quick regroup for RFM. So they just come straight back in. But
Yeah,
the stall
both
there
teams
is
not
huge.
willing to let this point go. Both sinking ultimates in.
Yeah, the stall is absolutely massive. We got Bob just hanging out on cart. You know, Lux is the last one remaining. Should be able to clean this one up. But Big Lebersky and the tank line coming through. See if they can find anything. Find Kazrai, they find Prino. I mean, Diva Bomb being thrown in as well. Oh no, not a shatter again!
Wukong, my heart goes out. I've been there.
Oh, chat, please keep a counter of how many shatters have been thrown into Narnia today. It's probably like 4 at this point.
We're 3.
That is unfortunate to see. The now villain. Almost a shatter of their own. So the Tracer has pulse bomb here. I mean, who's the stick target if you're 3-0?
I think it's tough, but I think it's got to be like the Moira probably. You just got to wait for like that fade to be offline.
Yeah, and this pulse bomb comes through, doesn't catch anything.
Big shatter.
Bando winning the Hanzo 1v1, but it matters not with that shatter coming through. And yeah, I mean, it should be clean up, but I mean, Kazurai gets a little deep and gets demexed, but gets the McCree anyways in baby form. That is,
Lux using those moon boots to stay alive for a long time. And they will find the stagger D-Mech onto the D.Va here.
Yeah, some people are already coming back for GG, so it is winnable. We got Banana with the Dragon Strike, not able to catch anything, and Band winning the Hanzo 1v1 yet again.
Band just running past the whole fight to look for the enemy Hanzo. I respect that. Gotta assert your dominance in those 1v1s.
Yeah, but asserting dominance might have cost them.
Might have been more helpful to
value.
contest the objective and stay on the high ground, but I respect the mentality there.
Exactly, like you just take the ego duel.
Yeah.
I respect that. And now we got a Torb swap. What do you think about this one?
I think it'll be good. It makes it harder for the Tracer to access the backline. Should be some easy damage. And definitely good shield break and pressure on the Reinhardt. Huge
Oh my
onto the pulse
gosh!
bomb.
I mean, unfortunate for the Tracer. Oh my gosh, man, with the headshot. And that D.Va Bomb's not gonna catch anything other than the Immor. And Turret and Band popping right now still.
Everyone just pressing triangle as soon as they get it. Ultimate's flying everywhere from both teams. But it looks like GG will still hold. There's less than 2 minutes left on this 3rd point defense.
Oh, look at this one.
Oh, is this a Torb mirror? Didn't expect that.
Torb 1v1, hammer only, let's go.
If we don't see that in one of the side rooms, then what's the point of all of this?
Exactly, and a shatter falls, catches a lot of people on the dirt, and here comes the bomb. Catching too. Oh, that is amazing.
Just climbs right over the payload. Moblack pushing forward like he's playing Reinhardt, takes down the enemy Rein.
Oh, that is crazy. That coordination for that shatter bomb, I mean, that's what you love to see. Oh my god, man, no,
Absolutely.
stop it, they have families. Oh.
Just really back and forth as Banana will swap over to the Junkrat, not wanting any part of the Hanzo 1v1 anymore. Dragon's coming out.
Yeah, Dragon
We'll
split the team up
team.
from the supports. So it's just gonna allow Wukong some space to work with to swing around, but Wukong does fall.
Moblack playing crazy aggressive on the brig, right up in the front line, swinging with the Reinhardt. Maybe not the best strat.
And Primape's Coalescence gets a lot of value. Oh, gets the suck kill and 2, make that 2.
2 suck kills.
Bloodthirsty supports. Bloodthirsty supports, you love to see
Things
it.
you love to see, yeah.
And now with about 15 seconds left here, they're trying to cap this one out. Molten Core, Shatter, everything being dropped as Band catches one, Tai catches one. I mean, this is looking so good for the defense here. Can they hold this one out? Only 4 meters left with very little time.
Oh, and the tire.
Everything gets shut down.
That was ambitious.
It's not looking good for RFM here. And that is going to be it for their attack.
Yeah, an impressive hold on the 3rd point there. I just don't even know what to say. There was a lot happening from both teams. Hard to say, like when one fight ended and another fight began, just ultimates being thrown out as soon as they were online, but that's the intensity that both of these teams bring. Never really willing to like count themselves like out of a fight.
Yeah, and I mean that shows how much they believe in their own mechanical skill. Like even when they're down, 2 or even 3 in the fight, they still invest ults, hoping to turn the fight. I mean, they believe in themselves, and I mean, as they should. Every team I believe,
Ready for battle.
you know, believes in their mechanical skill at least to some degree.
Yeah, gotta believe like you're capable of making those plays for your team. But yeah, unfortunate really on that last like bit of time there for the attack. I think it was Banana going for the tire, wasn't quite around the corner, and they're able to take out like the tire like before it even comes out. So just ambitious and didn't have quite enough cover to make it happen, but had to go for a play in that scenario. I'm not sure if anyone else was there to like available to touch the point, but yeah, really just comes down to little things like that. As we'll see a Sigma Diva defense lined up here. And Tai Tai will be coming out on the Echo, which I don't think we've seen yet.
Attackers incoming.
Yeah, the Echo is a very interesting choice on the attack because
And Band just doing Band things.
as I was saying, the Echo can provide a lot of value in the sky, but I mean, a lot of value on the land being found by Band here.
Yeah, I think it's tough for the Echo here too with the Moira Bap like backline. With the Torp turret just poking them out, like it's gonna be tough to stay in like aggressive positions.
Yeah, no, off that first pick, they just gained so much free cart push here. Able to take it past the little archway here, but Wukong does fall.
Gets taken down, loses the shield, and then just not able to hold anymore.
Yeah, a little unfortunate there, but they still pushed it a decent amount to where their next attack shouldn't be as difficult, especially since they can just push past the archway at this point, just go take the high ground here. And they will. And Kazurai, I was watching a lot of Smash earlier, don't worry about it. Kazurai scoping them out, just trying to challenge them on that high ground a little bit, and here comes the dragons, but they're
the dragons! And then the tire to kill them off. Just a bad time there for Band. Not able to do anything.
And now he's wondering, can I play the game, please? Like, can I please hit my headshots, please?
Oh, and the rock to knock Moblak out of the Coalescence.
Oh.
The Coalescence seemed ambitious already with like so many people down, but just to get rocked out of it at that point, oh,
that is filthy.
That's a backbreaker.
Now, Kazurai with the remech. They got the Diva Bomb as well as the Sigil online. You can combo that, but first Banana with the first pick on the Moblak, and here comes the Flux Bomb, and it's just massive.
Immortality field's not enough to protect everyone there.
It tried, but I mean, just not able to save Tai Tai.
Oh, Band is 1 HP. Kazurai's looking for the kill, but doesn't look like they'll be able to finish him off.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. You ran into the Flux, you ran into the bomb. That's just a lot of damage right there. And now with only a minute 30 left on their time bank, it's just looking a bit worse for. Oh, shattered actually. Oh my gosh, another one!
Kazurai is hungry today. Just eating everything at sight.
I mean, they're playing like they programmed the game, just, you know, scripted it, just like Sakurai, like I was saying earlier. Nice callback right there. I mean, that's
Tai Tai using the duplicate, finally getting the Sigult and getting knocked out of it right away.
Unlucky.
Yeah, it looks like they'll be on double off tank now too, running the Diva Zarya. And Tai Tai swaps over to the soldiers, so they're making some changes. We'll see what they're able to get out of these.
Oh,
Huge
nice
value
nice
from like
start.
just yeah. Kazurai with the bomb of their own though. We'll see how they're able to answer.
Yeah, and here comes the bomb.
We'll
Only
just find an
finds
immortality field. Yeah.
But Tai taking out the Diva, the baby Diva, and here comes the tire. I mean, that is a nice tire. Just taking out the support.
Yeah, Banana
Lux.
finding huge value on these. But we'll go down to Moblak.
Yeah, and now with only 10 seconds left, we're gonna need a miracle here for GG.
That was scary. Moblak was trapped and the Rhine came to the rescue to shield. Oh, but the Molten Core will take them out. It's looking rough.
That's just so much damage. I mean, they're trying their hardest. Big Libersky swinging around. Hammer does fall, but I mean, that's just a little bit too much damage from the Molten Core and from everyone else. Dragon's just trying, but I mean, it's just not going to be enough. The full hold coming through from RFM. That is a very nice defense from them.
Yeah, they really turned it around. Just all of the spam damage they had. Band was popping, like they said, but Kazurai came up huge on the defense. They're eating multiple dragons. They were just pretty much not allowing him to get anything done. Despite huge pop-off moments like these. Filthy headshot. And then the dragons while they're all grouped up in the corridor there. Yeah, so what is that, 2-1 RFM now?
Yeah, it is 2-1. By the way, Yarbs, I don't know if you read the match chat, but they said that RFM should have been defending first.
They defend this map coming up.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, that map card was pretty impressive. 15 deaths prevented with that.
I've never seen that before. I'll be honest.
It's pretty rare, but yeah, that just means I think that was Lux's, like, finding huge value out of every immortality field, saving them for big ultimates coming up, and yeah, that's just huge plays.
I mean, the most I've ever seen is like 5 or 6, let alone triple that. Oh my gosh. I mean, the supports are just, I mean, playing a little bloodthirsty at times, but still able to peel for the team. I mean, that's what you want from a support.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as we head on over to Hanamura, which could be our final map. RFM just only needs one to win it out. Although GG could get it here and take us to a map 5. Or, you know, we could get the classic, you know, draw and then take us to map 5 anyways. But nonetheless, yeah, that's the classic. But yeah, I will take some suggestions from chat if it does go to map 5. You know, what maps would you like to see, chat? You know, let me know. Please, please don't say Paris. Please do not say Paris.
I don't think that's even an option.
It's not an option, but I know chat will spam it anyways, because they always do every time we ask.
That's fair.
They're always like Paris or Horizon, let's go.
Some chats just want to see the world burn.
Yeah, a bit of trolls. Do a bit of trolling.
But there are trolls.
Yeah, that's why we allow them. Let's see if we got any swaps from RFM. We do have someone coming out, I believe. Yeah. Villain coming back onto the support line. Actually, I believe... Yeah, Primate going up to the tank line as well. So swapping just back and forth between those. See if we have any more swaperinos. Yep. Retarp's coming in for Reno, and Phoenix SMG coming in for first banana. And yeah, as
Can Villain play support? I thought they were over that SR thing.
Oh, I think
oh, they swapped out again.
Yeah, I was just excuse me, I clear my throat. Yep, and as soon as I mentioned those maps, instantly, chat just said Horizon.
They never let us down.
Yeah. Never ceases to amaze me, chat, with the amount of trolling y'all do. I love y'all though.
It's tough work, but someone's got to do it.
Exactly. It's honest work. As we do see a couple swaps here going through for GG. Got Mo Black coming out for Tai Tai, who was on the DPS line for GG there. So interesting.
Is that Band
swap.
moving over to tank?
Yeah, I believe Band played tank on the first map, if I'm not mistaken. Although the interesting one to me is Lux, who played the BAP pretty much the entire
oh, that's right.
Entire like match, is swapping over to the Deeps line. So interesting swap there.
Yeah, a little reward for all those lives saved with Immortality Field.
I respect it.
Yeah, a little surprised honestly to see Banana coming out. I can appreciate that they want to rotate people, but it seemed like Banana was making a lot of those clutch plays to save a lot of points for them, especially with all those Junkrat tires.
Yeah, maybe it's just the map because Junkrat is valuable here, but if you're attacking, you kind of get
Yeah, tough to
outmatched
get
on
through.
second point.
Yeah,
First point it's fine though, but maybe this is like a specific hero swap. Like maybe Lux can play
for sure. Yeah,
the
we could
Sombra
be
or
looking at
something.
some Symmetra strats coming in for either team here. Always
Yeah,
a
exactly.
popular choice.
It's the classic. Yep, and I think these swaps should be final. Uh, I don't know about you, but I am hoping to see a map 5. I mean, this match has been close already. So map 5 I think is a given at this point.
Yeah, I would love to see that for sure. The way GG came out swinging on the first map, Control, and then just haven't seemed to recapture that like momentum, that energy they were playing with. So yeah, I would definitely love to see them get their groove back here and force that map 5 to really like get themselves back into this match.
You know, maybe they only like control points, so maybe this is up their alley.
That's close, yeah.
Close enough.
So is it? Yeah, they looked good in Control. First point of King's Row, solid, and then the rest of it a little questionable, but control points they can do those.
Exactly. So, maybe this is the one. As we do seem to have some readies from GG. I don't know if we got any from RFM. I am on Twitch chat. Just making sure we don't, moderating it. Oh, Overwatch is bugging out. That's not what you like to hear?
The classic chat bugs.
Could be the chat bug, or it could be the that menu bug where you only see like like the home screen or something like that.
Hmm.
Like you don't see the actual lobby you're in or the group you're in. You just only see the home screen until someone throws you in a game.
Yeah, not as helpful that way.
Yeah, either way, it's probably you probably just have to restart if you do have those bugs. Um, I mean, you mentioned the TP strats. OMG, oh my god. Yeah, you did mention the TP strats, which yeah, very popular. Very popular in Hanamura. I mean, we saw it last time. I mean, I was a part of this match, but we ran the Sim TP as well as Sim Bastion strats here, and it worked quite effectively. So I would be shocked if I didn't see any Sim TP, at least on the first couple of pushes on the attack.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. Just super strong, especially on the first point. Like, the team's trying to hold the choke, you teleport to the high ground, or just straight to point. If they're playing further back, you just TP above them and try to like surprise them from a different angle. Just gives you a lot of opportunities, a lot more flexibility with how you get past the just frankly like brutal choke point that is like first point of Hanamura.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, I hope I did not speak Bastion into existence.
We can only hope.
As much as it helped us win, I felt bad for cheesing them at that one. I'm not gonna lie.
Hard to, scrape off all the slime and the cheese after breaking that out.
Yeah, just felt like a gamer who's been sitting on the computer playing WoW for like 24 hours straight.
Just extra greasy, extra dusty after that.
Yeah, that one felt very grimy. Oh, Emmy, don't encourage the cheese. Don't encourage the cheese. I see it in Twitch chat.
Oh no.
Like a
It's
little
spreading.
cheese is a treat. I mean, what else can you really see? I mean, you can run the Hanzo spam, Junkrat spam. You can run that, just break shields and just push in.
Yeah, I
Uh,
do think Ashe is pretty valuable on this point with all like the high grounds. He's able to access the choke points where you can get off big dynamites and then just I think Bob's is a really good ultimate for being able to contest point. I mean, wouldn't be surprised as well to see some like double shield here. I think just the long sight lines and the choke points give you great places to just spam out and have a lot of cover for poke.
Yeah, Pharah is also pretty decent here as long as they don't they don't run hit scan, which I'd be surprised if the defenders do not choose that. I mean, I'll be honest, I want to see some high-level Doomfist rollouts. That'd be a treat.
Some Doomfist rollouts would be pretty spicy.
I don't know if any of these players are well versed in some of those Doomfist rollouts.
Doesn't matter. I want to see it.
Yeah, they just try it and just instantly like feed that.
Traveling to Hanamura.
What better time to learn?
Yeah, I agree with chat here. Sim is very OP on this map.
Initiating match.
Alright, finally getting into our map 4 here. RFM still up 2-1 as GG looks to find their way back into the series.
Yep, and this time we have GG on the attack. I made that mistake last time of saying it, but this time it is true.
This time it's factual. We're learning.
Yeah, and we'll see what RFM comes out on the defense. We have Ryan Zarya. Not very common you see on the defense. Usually you see either Orisa Sig or Sig Ryan. It's usually something you would see here. We got Rotarps on the Hanzo, Phoenix on the Mei, and Bap Moira. What do you think of this comp?
It's an interesting composition. I think you'll expect pretty much Phoenix to play close to the choke point, look to get walls to separate people off as they're coming in. I think they're holding back on point right now because they're wary of like a sim TP strat. But once they don't see the sim on the other side, I expect them to push up and take some more space.
Yeah, and we are not going to see a Symmetra actually for GG here, which is an interesting choice.
So far we have not spoken the Sim Bastion into existence, so we've avoided that.
I really don't think that's gonna last. I really don't think it's gonna last.
Yeah, not the best wall there, doesn't separate anything, still leaves the opening for the team to get in. Ooh,
Yeah,
a huge sleep on a Primate.
Yeah, Sloppy Globby on this off angle, just spamming away, but Band is just swinging. Immort does not save Kaz right here.
Already has the
already?
shatter! But the wall prevents the follow-up. Or does it?
That is nasty.
I didn't even realize he'd been swinging that much to have shatter. Huge plays from Band.
I did not keep up with the old charge of Band there, but he built Shatter in like 30 seconds.
Oh, those must have been some crunchy swings, just knocking heads, swinging through the whole team. Wow,
Absolutely
and an easy first
disgusting.
point cap, as they have 6 minutes to capture point B here.
I mean, from
And they have
Hanzo
the
to
Nano
Ryan.
coming up. Yeah.
Hanzo to Ryan, what does this Band not do? Dragon's coming through, actually, for Rotarps.
Looks like they will be mostly into the ground, though.
Yeah, a little bit unlucky, but
The shatter
the
on the other
shatter,
side.
oh my gosh. Tyre trying to turn it, but it is all for naught as Primate swings away, and Rotarps catching Lux. I mean, it's just Slobby here. At this
The
point,
res comes in,
they have no tanks though, so
and
I don't know if this
Phoenix is just in the enemy team, fully.
wait, is
But
this
we'll
gonna
be
be a
able to get
mistake?
out.
Oh. Are they gonna make a mistake here? Because all the tanks are back, and that's already a pick going in favor of GG. So with the sleep on Kazrai, not really much to mitigate damage here. As the charge comes through, catches Primate right there. Immort had to be dropped, and the shatter
is
absolutely
huge.
massive.
And there's
That
a
is
Bastion.
insane. Oh.
There's a Bastion.
Yep, there's the Bastion.
The Diva Bomb zoning off the Bastion.
Spoken into existence. We cursed it. We cursed it. I mean, Ban's trying to swing away.
Ban's the only one though. He needs some help with the Bastion. He's got an immortality field of Moira. Bearski going for the... Okay. I mean, they throw the window down just to make sure they really have this fight won.
Oh my gosh, that is disgusting.
Bastion
just getting so much value there.
Yeah, really unfortunate. Band pushed up and could have gotten the kill on Rotarps there, but they just did not have the follow-up. He was the only one swinging on him. And he ended up getting the immortality field, Moira like healing him, and just not enough damage to be able to take him down in time. And the fight just crumbled from there.
I mean, I'm a fan of where the Bastion is positioned. I mean, it's hard to get to this Bastion at this angle, as we have a fight occurring at the top. The nice pin doesn't really find much, but Immort already had to be dropped. As Wukong, okay, that pin is just straight onto the low ground. We'll see who wins out. Oh my god, the shatter! As Rotarps manages to take up the high ground space and catch 3 in the end.
Get into position.
Don't know how he got there.
Yeah, looking like they just don't have an answer right now for the Bastion and the aggression that they're seeing right now.
Yeah, what do you think they need to make any swaps? Like, if so,
I think they have the tools they need. I think it's just a matter of like executing and being able to get into a position where they can use their ultimates to actually like get some value here. Bob onto the point is a great way to start it off.
They're just saying run it down mid as the Bob does so much work as well as Slobby Blobby. I don't know if that's in a resible position because the bomb comes through and it catches 2. Yeah, Ban blocks the other bomb, and I mean, you have so many tools to work with. I would just pop the tire.
The configuration.
Yeah, here comes the tire. Oh my gosh, catches Phoenix. There's no stall other than Kazurai on the ball, but that shatter does catch a couple people.
But Rotarps doesn't die.
They have to catch this.
He's able to heal up and get set up again. Huge
nice sleep. And Lux finding a couple picks here. They only need to take care of this wrecking ball. Oh my gosh, they get off the point. The nice boop from Wukong.
Yeah, Wukong booped him off point as he was trying to get back there. Really unfortunate, and then Rotar's just not in a position to touch. Great take from them. Yeah, that's why I say like Ash is so like strong on this map. Like being able to throw Bob to contest point, like while you're like fighting on the high ground, is just huge, easy value there.
Yeah, I mean, but credit to RFM there. They're able to hold them off for almost 6 minutes.
Yeah,
after
they burned 4 minutes off the time bank there as they were pushing point B with 6. Yeah, that's huge.
It was
after
a
shaky
pace.
first point defense, yeah. And we'll see how they're able to answer back. If they broke out the Bastion, do you think we see the Sim on attack here?
Ready for
Yeah.
battle.
Oh
Sim
my
Bastion.
gosh! Oh my gosh! We spoke.
It was only a matter of time.
We did this to ourselves.
And where did it lead us? Right back to cheese.
Chat is gonna go absolutely nuts. I know Emmy, and
so we could have a little cheese as a treat. This seems like a lot of cheese. So it doesn't mean
yeah, this is the whole cheese platter.
As long as we took our lactate today, like we should be fine with this level of cheese.
Not a lot,
Yeah, this isn't just a little cheese. This is like, this is the whole wheel.
And it's not no Baby Bell wheel. This is that full sized.
Yeah, this is that full, cellar, in the cellar.
Oh, finely aged.
Sharp cheddar. Finely aged sharp cheddar here.
Yeah.
It's a little stinky here as we see them coming in. We'll see how they set this one up. We'll see how they set this one up.
already charging in.
Oh my gosh, this Bastion is just doing so much work.
Both Baptiste down for either team. Bastion not even going to take the TP, just going to sit in the choke.
Yeah,
fighting on point and at the choke, but GG looking like they have the answer to this attack so far. Looks like they were just a little slow to try to set up the Symmetra TP. By the time Phoenix got to the choke point there, Primave's shield was already melted and ended up charging in to try to get some value, but yeah, it looks like they all just need to get a little more synced up and make sure they're ready to capitalize on that. As Primave is on the Winston now, Phoenix is off the Symmetra. So dive, Bastion, Bap, Moira? I think it's going to be a tough time for Primave. I'm not sure what he's supposed to do with this. Night Knight trying to
Yeah,
chase
he
after him to
instantly
heal him, but
falls.
just can't keep up.
He instantly falls,
The
the shatter
shatter.
drops as well. Oh my gosh, catching 3 right there. Bandit just
Destruction.
swinging away.
Man,
I
asserting
mean,
himself on Reinhardt.
as I don't know what you're really. Okay, I was gonna say I don't know what you're really supposed to do here if you're Bastion. You don't really have the protection.
Swap, probably swap, yeah.
Yeah, the
Alright,
swap
going
onto
for the double bubble again. Yeah, I'm just not sure how the support line here is really supposed to keep up with what they're running.
Yeah, I would rather have some sort of mercy here, but here comes the bomb. Catches 3. How does that
Absolutely
happen?
massive. Was there no immortality field? Did they not see where it was coming from? I missed that.
That is insane. And now, I mean, they demech Wukong, but I mean, they just still have to back up. They're down 3.
Yeah. And then a huge stagger there.
With only 2 minutes left, this is looking very grim for RFM here.
Yeah, not out of this yet, but they're definitely going to need some big plays. Both support
Here
ults
comes the
being popped.
Coalescence.
Yeah, or on either side, support ults.
Yep, and here comes the photon barrier, I think that's what it's called. And we got the Primate catching Lux right there as they dive straight onto the Diva, but that huge shatter. Oh my gosh, bloodthirsty support time. We got the BAP going on.
Just swinging. There's an angry
does
monkey on point, but it doesn't matter.
Angry
just
monkey
doesn't.
just swinging his fists. Not doing much.
So a lot of ults invested into that fight, but they will still have the Bob to contest. They'll have the Diva Bomb. Phoenix walks over to the Hanzo now as they come up on Visor and Graviton Surge, or swaps over to the Reaper now, actually. Tough to say where their opening is going to come from here.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I
it
would
looks
have
like they're going
preferred
for more
to
of the double bubble brawl time.
Yeah, I would have preferred to see this Reaper come out whenever they had this TP instead of the Bastion. And that bomb catches Night Knight. I mean, yeah, Night Knight to Night Knight, but I mean, that's just unfortunate.
That's the way it goes.
Yeah, they're down their main heals.
Frying Pan tracking the Valking Mercy out of the sky.
Oh no, the Wukong eats the grab. So unfortunate. I mean,
They took
only have
all
20
around
seconds
to
left.
build the grab, and then it just gets eaten. That's a heartbreaker.
Yeah.
Just 15 seconds left. Night Knight can't get staggered here, but looks like that's not even a choice. Not up to them.
Yeah, I mean, with 5 seconds left, we're just only 5 seconds actually from a map 5. And Primate tries.
Primate bravely leaps in and just gets absolutely shredded on the way there.
He
Huge
just
map from
collapses.
GG.
Just
Map 5.
collapses.
Oh boy, that means we actually have to ask chat what they want.
Okay, chat, please don't.
Okay, it's got to be a control.
Yeah, control or escort, I believe.
Control. Oh, they
I
were
think
just
they have the
all
choice.
there.
Yeah, that's huge play from Wukong.
Dang, we're seeing all the BAP cards today.
Control.
It's nice
Okay,
to
control
be
map, guys. Let's hear it. No, not King's Row. We're not doing that. That doesn't count. That's... Do a bit of trolling. I'm pretty sure Junkertown is not a control map. I mean, well, I mean, what do you think went wrong for that attack for RFM there?
Yeah, they just had a tough time fighting past the choke point there. There's a lot of spam damage coming in. Primate just... They had a lot of healing, but not a lot of stuff to really mitigate all the damage. It just looked like a struggle. They weren't able to get the Sim TP strat going online, and I thought they could have given it at least like a second try where they actually get their full team set up at the choke point and they're able to TP together. The first time they tried it, Primate went in on his own. The TP like went down, and I think maybe 2 people took it. Yeah, I think they could have just stuck with that strat a little longer to get past like all the spam damage coming in and get Primate into a position where we could actually get some work done. And yeah, that was just one of those unfortunate 2CP moments where the other team just looks dominant and you can't find like a way into the fight. even when you get your ultimates online, it's just not enough.
Yeah, and I think with that sim strat, it really could have worked at the beginning, but I don't think Bastion was the right play. I mean, you could run it on like attack if you're going on second point because you have a lot more cover. But on first point, you have to expose yourself just openly if you're gonna run the TP strat. I mean, you could take the high ground and you have a bit more cover, but I mean, I'd rather have wanted to see like either a Reaper or a Mei, really just something to brawl out that point with the Symmetra. And we have a lot of mixed feedback from chat. We got suggestions like Lee Jung, Elios, even though we already saw that one earlier.
Yeah, I already did Elios, so I think that one's out. Looking like
Nepal,
Nepal or Lijiang.
We have 2 votes for Nepal, unless we have another vote for Lee Jang.
Wow, whoever voted for Nepal is really smart.
Yeah, that's a wise person right there. I love me some Nepal. Not a fan of Lee Jang. Okay, Big Sam just says he votes me for the map. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Does that mean I just jump on a team and play? Or are you playing Tiny Overwatch on my body? What's happening?
Ooh.
I have to photo scan myself in, just create a map.
Sounds kind of interesting. I'm game for it.
Yeah,
Alright, so
and
if we had to ask chat between Junkertown or Nepal, I mean, I want to say, map 5's traditionally in Overwatch League. I don't know what we're doing here, but have been control maps, so it just seems like the move.
Yarbles, is it either, or do we have to play control?
I mean, he's the man owning the lobby. I feel like he makes the rules, so I mean.
Nepal's got most picks, so let's go with Nepal just to get this done.
Okay, Nepal had like 4 votes.
Perfect.
5 votes, yeah.
Wow.
I'm a big fan of this map.
The process works.
Exactly. The only other map I'd rather have seen is maybe Busan.
Busan would have been interesting.
Because I think they're both equal. That means you pick the map, CB.
I still like the idea of like the photocopied map of CB's body to play the map on.
That'd be an interesting map.
It'd be a small map.
No, you gotta just expand it and then make it like an escort map or something. Just get to my toes. That's the final point.
The end goal is always to get to the toes. I respect it.
Exactly. I mean, if Crow says I get to pick, I will just go with chat here and say Nepal.
Nepal it is. Make it so, Mr. Yarbles.
Mr. Yarbles. Sigma toes.
Hold up, I got
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, once both teams know what the map is, I'm sure they'll have their swaps up for whatever they think is fit here. I mean, honestly, if we would have seen Busan, I'm pretty sure they would have put Band back on Hanzo, because Hanzo is very strong on 2 of those points.
Yeah, I don't think Nepal lends itself as much to Hanzo play, but I mean, if you're good enough, you can probably make it work anywhere.
I think the only point that might get value is it Shrine?
Yeah.
I always forget.
One's a little more out in the open.
Yeah. Although, I mean, you might just get outclassed by a Ashe or something. Depends if they hit their shots.
It's a fair point. Oh man. So yeah, all tied up at 2-2, heading into a map 5. GG just took some momentum back winning the last map, and they won the first control map, so I gotta feel like, at least where things stand right now, they have the momentum, things are a little bit in their favor.
Yeah,
what are you thinking?
I mean, you're right on the money here. I mean, with GG taking the control map, I mean, you can't help but feel like since we're already back to control after a grueling, way to claw it back GG. I mean, you just can't help but feel like some momentum is back and they feel, comfortable on the control. So we'll see what RFM, like if they can adapt here, because Ilios and Nepal, I mean, they have some similarities here. Um, a little like if we're talking like Shrine for an example,
Hmm.
it's a lot more open. You basically just got to fight over one singular, you know, pillar slash hole, and that kind of reminds me of Well minus the boops. So we'll
Yeah, I
see.
definitely agree with that.
See what they can do, and I mean, if RFM does end up losing this last map, this will be their first loss on the season, actually.
Oh dang, some big stakes right here.
Yeah. They almost lost their opening game versus DB, I believe it was. But I mean, they were able to find the way to will it out and just reverse sweep. First reverse
Dang,
sweep in a few seasons, I believe, quite a while.
dang. So this team's got a strong mental. Definitely can't count them out heading into a map 5.
Yeah, we do have swaps actually. Rotarp's coming in on tank. Uh, it's gonna be replacing Kazurai.
Yeah,
Uh,
I like to see, was that Nino back in on the support? Lucio always strong on control points, making sure your team's getting there first.
yeah, for sure.
And is that band back on DPS as well? So maybe we will see some Hanzo or maybe that rare Symmetra play of his.
Yeah, I mean, just right below that was a Reaper at pretty much the same amount of time.
Oh,
So Reaper is pretty
yeah,
strong
Symmetra
on a few
Reaper, all
fronts.
easy choices for those, yeah.
Yeah, I mean those are very valuable points on Nepal, like especially in Village. I mean, you see a lot of Reaper play, Symmetra play in Village. Reaper is also pretty strong in Sanctuary, I believe it is called. Or Sanctum.
Sanctum.
Yeah. Um, Reaper's pretty strong there too. Just lots of up close, in your face plays you can make as a Reaper there. We'll see what they bring to the table as first Banana is in as well.
Yeah, if I remember right, I don't think Banana was in for the first control map they played. I want to say it was Rotarps on DPS back then. So I'm interested to see if that change ends up making a difference this time around.
Well, I mean, when you think about some of the maps here, the points, Junkrat, pretty strong on Village here, and
Yeah.
can also get a lot of work done on Shrine.
Yeah, even in Sanctum, if you end up fighting in some of those smaller rooms or down those like long hallway corridors, like type areas of the map, you can still find some good value.
Oh yeah, that's the scariest thing, fighting a Junkrat in a small room.
Yeah, they just can't miss. It's not possible.
If they do, I just swap off Junkrat. We'll see if we have readies. Yeah, it's looking like the people are saying good luck, have funs. So I believe that means some readies were said.
Nope, still waiting.
Okay, well.
They're just being friendly.
Yeah, they're just being nice people. You know what? Since they're so nice, I'll say this in chat for them. They can have a little bit of that, a little bit of smile energy.
Just spreading the positivity. Love to see it.
Exactly. I almost accidentally sent the wrong parentheses, or yeah, not parentheses. Yeah, parentheses. I almost sent the wrong one. I almost made it a frowny face.
Whew, close call there.
Yeah, I would have gotten kicked off broadcast and stripped of my caster title for that one.
Another crisis averted. Alright, looks like that's readies from both teams. And we're jumping into map 5 here.
Yeah, I mean, we talked a lot about what DPS you can play, especially since we're focusing on that a little bit. But, I mean, what tanks would you expect to see on certain points here?
Based on just what the teams have been playing, I'd expect to see a lot more like double shield as well, maybe some brawl. Wouldn't be surprised to see like Rhino Risa, I think they were playing a bit earlier. But really, I think they could make anything work here, especially on Sanctum. You always see like a Hog get like busted out looking for the hooks off the edge here.
Yeah, I've seen some wild plays from Hogs who, I mean, Hog is a hero you really don't see on too many points in Overwatch, especially since he's not too strong right now. So
yeah, looks like I was wrong. So it will be the brawl mirror again, Rhine Diva, and Lucio on either side.
Yeah, I mean, if you were to play Hog on any of these points, this is the one to play it on, but unfortunately not. It's pretty much a mirror matchup minus a couple of DPS picks and BAP Moira.
And Moira versus a BAP, yeah.
We'll see what those changes bring. I do like the Reaper actually, just able to get in there into the backline and just brawl it out. As they rotate all the way around the side,
but
trying to catch this Reaper.
Around both sides? They split up into like 3v3 squads and then meet up with the charge there.
That's like a little pincer maneuver there, and already forcing out the Immor, and a lot of people falling super duper low. Oh, the Rhine got pooped off!
Oh, huge play from Nino, but does get punished right away by the Reaper.
Yeah, and I mean, they're just trading back and forth, but ultimately, it is going to go in favor of GG here.
Yeah, and GG with the early point capture, that's a huge start for them. They don't have their main take, so it might be a little hard to hold this point, but it looks like you'll be back in plenty of time.
Yeah, and Sammy said in the chat, we want boost, and I mean, you just spoke that one into existence right there.
Just manifested it. Alright, Roseheart's able to get back in mech, but Credits goes down early, and it looks like this fight is already over.
Yeah, I mean, they're still trying to rush this one down mid, trying to catch someone in the backline, and Primate charges in, tries to get someone, but I mean, no one to be caught.
And the boop again.
Oh my gosh!
Banda gets credit for it, but I think that was Tai with the boop that did most of that.
Yeah, a bit unlucky, but it does help in the end to build that shatter. I mean, already at 80%.
Tai already has sound barrier, so you know, we'll call it a tactical decision to get the ult economy going.
Exactly.
And these fights just keep seeming like they're over before they start with early pickups. But it looks like they'll still push in. They use the shatter.
Oh, the shatter comes through. The coalesces to counter though. Bob being thrown in, but it goes straight into the pit. It's a sacrifice.
Bob, no.
And the Diva remake actually catches a few people. It does quite a bit of damage, but I don't think anyone's able to follow up on it because there's just so many people down on the side of RFM here. Tyre tries to be clutch, and the sound barrier is just perfect right there. He's not able to find anyone with the Tyre. Another charge coming through, doesn't catch anyone, and the die. Death Blossom coming through from Lux. Catches one.
Die as they fly through the air.
Yep, and the Tyre does not catch anyone. I mean, this is just such a dominant performance right here. As the last person right here, Credis, tries to make something happen, but is ultimately booped off by Tai. 100-0 it is for GG.
Yeah. A celebration, Diva self-destruct goes off at the very end.
A little bit of fireworks display.
But yeah, again, just a struggle from RFM to seem like they, multiple times, like they pushed very split, like the Rhine and the Lucio would be on one side and the Diva and the Ashe would be on the other, and in theory that could work, but it just didn't seem to pay off for them as they were just kind of left themselves like split off into smaller numbers, and then GG was just able to collapse in one of those groups and take them out and then just turn on the other one. Would love to see Primate play like more with the team and not like charge in to start off every fight. I don't know why that happens a lot on Control, but when he's like playing a little more reserved and playing like with the team, like they just look a lot different. But he will be on the Winston this time.
Yeah,
it just going against the Reaper again.
It just feels like they're always taking 5v6 fights too.
Yeah,
Not
a lot
really
of times they'll get
fully
like picked off early, but then we'll still like try to push in and force it. They do have the Symmetra on this point, which I do like for them.
Yeah, but with GG already set up on the point, the Symmetra is gonna find it hard to get some value here.
Yeah, interesting that they'd have the Symmetra but not be able to get set up first on the point. I'm not sure if they hit the TP right away or if they were saving it for something, but Banana will go down.
Yeah, and as
that'll
he
be a
goes
first
down,
point capture.
point gets capped, and Primate's just looking for a bit of poke, but Nino is just falling, and I mean, this is just all just cleanup, really. As, yeah, GG wins the first fight.
Yeah, I'm a little confused by that. I think I saw Banana setting up a TP after they were already on the high ground. I'm not sure if, usually you'd see just the Symmetra set the TP out of spawn, Lucio speed boost, you get to the point first, and then just get your turret set up so you can fight there, but looks like they didn't go for that approach this time. Because now it's going to be really hard for them to approach.
It's also kind of odd they opt to stay on the Symmetra, especially without the point presence, but we'll see if they can make it work as they get ready to go straight in. Yep,
Banana sets
turret.
up a TP, but it's nowhere near the rest of the team.
I think they just tried a little turret bomb here, and first Banana yet again the first to fall as Slavi catches 2 in the kill feed. Yeah, I mean they're just holding strong. They did switch the Orisa Primate, but
yeah, tough when the rest of the team is fighting on the low ground and then Primate up on the Orisa is shooting from the high ground, and then just gets taken out by the Reaper there. Yeah, another like long drawn out fight with like a lot of late stagger picks for them. They need a reset. Moblack just throwing out the coalescence for fun. Maybe a misclick.
Yeah, they have a few ults coming online here. RFM that is, but
this is already last fight territory. All they have is the grab, but they're going into 4 ultimates, and then I expect Reaper to build his as well.
Yeah,
the grab hits
not
a lot.
how was that not getting eaten? That was just yeeted in, but nonetheless, beat comes through.
Primate
And Ban with the fire strike. That's just a lot of value. This was such a one-sided control yet again from GG as the Death Blossom comes through, and that is going to be all she wrote. GG takes it 3-2 in a map 5, giving RFM their first loss.
What a comeback. To go down 2-1 and then just show up so strong on the final 2 maps. Just well played by GG. Showing really strong mentality to be able to bounce back from that like early disadvantage.
Oh, what a nice shatter. Yeah, and I think that all came from that entire point, just not a lot of coordination of what they wanted to do. I mean, that sim could have in theory worked on a village, but for some reason they were just not able to get to the point first, which is very odd.
Yeah, I like the composition choice there. Just didn't seem to be able to execute on like the strengths of it and really capitalize off of what it's meant to do. But yeah, just absolutely dominant from GG. They didn't allow for like any mistakes on the other side to go unpunished, and then just were able to ride that dominance to a map 5 win and a match victory for them. So well played on both teams.
Yeah, and should we do interviews or MVPs first?
MVPs while you wait for them to figure out who they want to interview.
Okay. Do you want to throw one out first?
Alright, I feel like it's got to be someone from GG. I mean, obviously, since they won. I mean, I feel like the obvious, like, more flashy choice is Ban, just like the pop-off moments on Hanzo and Reinhardt. But I also just want to give huge props to Luxwalt with, like, the Immortality Fields, the huge Baptiste play, and then also swapping over to, I want to say, Ashe on Hanamura, and just finding huge value there, able to open up a lot of fights and get a lot of damage in. I think Lux had a really good game. A lot of players from GG really like showed like their strengths.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Lux, I mean, had the most ridiculous stat card with the 15 MOR deaths prevented. That's
not something you see every game.
So I'm totally down to give Lux the MVP for support. I want to touch on Tank before DPS because I think Tank should also go to GG, and we have to, of course, give one to RFM, which would be the DPS. But I think, um, personally, I think I don't know. It's tough. Either Bear or Band to me, but I don't know. It's a tough choice for tank here.
Yeah, it's a toss-up for sure. Band had some huge moments with like the shatters that he built like insanely quick without like us even like realizing how like high the ult charge was.
Yeah,
Uh,
but Bear with
was
the Diva
yeah,
bombs
was
and stuff was
Kazurai
just huge.
on RFM?
Yes.
They also had some big plays with just all the ultimates eaten and huge like plays on the Diva as well. Yeah, that's a tough call.
I think ultimately I would give it to Bear because I mean they play tank pretty much the entire time, not being swapped out, I believe, and also just I mean lots of value being found from the Diva. I mean we
Yeah, set up a lot
saw.
of huge plays with the shatter bombs and just really well executed on a lot of those.
Hmm.
Yeah, they showed a
I
lot of
would give it
chemistry and
to.
just a lot of consistency. Yeah, I feel good about that.
And then for RFM, I mean to me the obvious choice on DPS is first Banana.
Yeah, I'd give it to Banana for sure. Those tires on like King's Row especially were so clutch and won so many team fights. Just able to like turn things around with like the huge playmaking potential there. Yeah, Banana had a great series.
So do we agree with those three picks?
I agree with him.
Yeah, I
Yarbles, any
do.
thoughts?
You guys are killing it.
Thanks, bud.
You're welcome.
I do want to give an honorable mention though, like we can tag them in the honorable mention and Kazurai. I mean, didn't get the tank MVP quite, but I mean, we saw just how crazy it was, especially on Route 66 with those
Oh,
two
absolutely, yeah.
Dragon Strike eats. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, those were some huge plays that I think made a big difference in that map for them, but yeah, Kazra had a great game.
Yeah, I want to give a quick honorable mention to Kazurai right there, just real quick. And uh, do we have the people for interviews?
No, not quite yet.
They're debating. They're all camera shy. I get it. I get it.
We're pretty intimidating.
Yeah, we're pretty brawlic figures. It's all right to be intimidated. Oh, also Emmy in our Discord server said that she loved the two of us casting.
We killed it tonight for sure.
Oh yeah, 100%. And
For a last minute thrown together duo. Oh, I mean trio.
sure.
Sorry, Yarbles.
No, yeah, like Yarbles gets a lot of credit too. I
Yarbles
mean,
is my rock.
he is the rock. He is
So
the
it's going today.
foundation of this entire setup.
Facts.
Also, did someone else level up the BT account? I thought it was on level 5.
Don't worry about it.
Because someone did, they ruined it. I'm upset. No, I'm kidding.
Trying to play some comp.
Yeah, just trying to level up the Bronze Tacos account, play some comp real quick.
I mean, it's got to be place bronze. Like,
Duh.
No. The idea is to place it as high as we can. Like we get people who are like GM or Masters or High Diamond to just play on tank, and then have the DPS and have the support play that as well. Just to show
just to really
that
flex on
Bronze
anyone who
Taco.
comes in the lobby.
Yeah, just to show how dominant Bronze Tacos is. Like that's the thing we should fear is that account right there.
I like that. I like that.
Although I do like the idea of just making it bronze as the memes, like making every roll sub 500.
Bottom 5 to win.
I mean, I wish they'd make a bottom 500 leaderboard. That'd be hilarious. See who's the worst of the worst. I'd make an alt just to get there.
Just to know what it's like.
Alright, we gotta interview Sir GG
Cool.
first.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
Side 5, bam.
Tai and Ben coming in.
That is the
That's
plan.
lead group.
Sweet.
I know.
Uppers,
Those dogs
don't
just
cry.
can't wait to get this interview underway.
Yeah, I know. Everyone, the dogs are dying for the interview.
It's the highlight of the match.
Yeah, I can't wait for the juicy questions and even juicier answers.
From the dog.
Yeah, the
No, they're
dog's
just
gonna
here
be
for the drama.
Oh, he's always here.
No, we can have the dog ask a question too.
Oh, there we go.
Hey,
Hello.
welcome, welcome.
Hello.
Just waiting on your teammate. There we go. There we go. Hello.
Hello.
Took me a while to find it.
Yeah.
All good, all good.
Well-
We got here.
It's a tricky one.
Well, I just want to say big congrats on the win, guys. That was amazing performance from y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I want to know a couple things. One, how did you feel going into the match, as well as I mean, how did y'all reset your mind after going 2-1 down in the series and just pull it back together after all that?
I think for the most part, like after that first one we got on on Helios, we know we obviously have what it takes to beat them. I think we got a little fried, like we overthought a little bit, but I think after we shook that off and we're just like, all right, we're just gonna play what we want to play and play our game pretty much. We just pretty much shook it off and just did our thing, and ended up coming back out of it.
Definitely.
Okay. And I want to specifically talk about Helios. I mean, that was both control maps. Honestly, were just super dominant. Both were, I believe,
Just
200 to
lights
0.
out, yeah.
I mean, how?
It was great chemistry. Everyone did their job. We didn't really. I mean, comms are pretty clear, but pretty sturdy too. We just really. It was a great synergy map. Great for morale. It's awesome.
Yeah, good job. Tree, any questions?
I guess just for your band, it's just like probably an annoying question, but like, how do you bounce back like mentally from like what I think was Route 66 with all the dragons that got eaten?
I'm pretty sure. I know my team probably knew I was frustrated by that point, and
Yeah.
I know I was frustrated. But we pulled together. Like, I got put on tank after that, and it wind up working for the best. I was unsure, but our coaches was like, let's do it, and I was like, okay, and it worked out.
Yeah. You seem to pop off on the Ryan and the Hanzo. I think we were all kind of surprised on Hanamura, like your attack when you were just swinging in that room and all of a sudden like you have shatter pretty much instantly and just knock everyone down on the enemy team. Just like what was going like through your head like when that's going on?
I was surprised myself. I had it. That was really really fast, and I just kind of triangled it, like fat fingered. Let's go.
Just had to let it loose.
Yeah.
I think everyone's had
rip.
that moment. Like you're swinging on Ryan, you get the ultimate, is like let it rip.
And definitely, even on the right side, like past the gate, and then seeing them all lined up, I was like, I need to do it.
I respect it for sure.
Yeah, and with this, you guys, with this win, actually, you guys take down one of the only 2 undefeated teams left. I mean, that has to feel amazing, knowing that you guys were able to take down an undefeated team. And how do you move on from this one?
You want to take this one, Ty?
Yeah, so definitely I don't think we actually knew they were undefeated until maybe like halfway through the game. But it's definitely a confidence booster for sure. And like after our past games, we've been so close to winning. And finally getting that win definitely is gonna boost everyone's morale. I think we just go back to ourselves and just keep practicing hard and keep going through each game, pretty much playing it like it's our last. And with that mentality, we came out with a win. So I think we keep that up. We're going to keep getting these wins left and right.
Yeah, and I hope that you guys can really keep up this momentum. That was, like I said, absolutely great play from all of you guys. Um, Good luck going forward. That's all the questions for me, unless you have one, Tree.
No, I'm definitely satisfied. That was an incredible game to like watch in the cast, and just yeah, GG's. Congrats to you guys. Well played.
Thank you, thank you. We appreciate it.
Alright, we get just Rotarps coming in from Red Fox Mafia.
All
Okay.
right.
Okay, so just Rotarps?
Yeah, just Rotarps.
Okay.
Is he in a group? So you can't invite him?
Mm-hmm.
Love that. Love that.
Rotarps, please, you're throwing. Come on, man. By the way, chat, I just want to point out that was probably one of the smoothest interviews ever. I mean, there was no stutters or anything. Just saying.
We're just kind of the greatest to ever do it. I mean,
Talk
it's
about
whatever.
pineapple on pizza.
Delicious.
I got some pizza downstairs waiting for me. Sounds delicious.
Lucky.
Oh wait, okay, yeah. I was gonna say he's not in the group. Hello. Well, I know this is gonna be a tough loss for you guys. Y'all were undefeated and all. First loss of the season, but I do want to say, y'all played stellar. I mean, y'all took them to the brink. It was super duper close, especially after going 2-1 up. So, big ups to you guys. Y'all played super duper well. I do want to ask though, you know, I just want to ask, what do you think personally went wrong on those control maps? Because it seemed like GG just had all the answers there.
I don't know how to word it. Our team has never been good at control maps, and chat picked a good map for them. I'll say that. Kind of, I'm sorry for swearing here, but they kind of fucked us over, and we couldn't really. We just really didn't get what we wanted today, and we didn't play the way we wanted to, and I put too many cooks in the kitchen today, and it showed.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, y'all did, like I said, play really well, and I do want to take it a little bit ahead in the match to Route 66. I mean, after getting that full hold, y'all for sure must have been feeling good going to Hanamura, right?
Mm-hmm. I didn't personally play Hanamura or Route 66, but team played well there. Just, I guess, Hanamura, I thought that we could rock that same lineup against DB, and they probably expected it. They just like new team. We thought we could probably bully them with the same lineup we did, and fortunately, it didn't work.
Yeah. Any questions, Tree?
I'm trying to think of something. Again, I just wanted to second that it was incredibly well played. I know you guys like struggled on the control maps, but just to see like the way you guys all like bounced back on the next one. So what was it? Kings Row right after that just looked like a completely different team, like all like cylinders firing like in the same direction and just getting stuff done. I don't know. I guess I just like to question, like, is there like someone like on the team, like, is it you, like, is there some sort of like someone who's like kind of, I guess, just trying to rally the troops for like when things get tough like that? If you go like 0-1 down in a series, like starting off in a control map, like who's the one to bring people back up or like get everyone refocused and ready to take on that next challenge, that next map?
I think we all tried today to do that. It just, or I'll be personally honest. We got into an argument during maps that we lost. Like Ilios, we had an argument. Hanamura, we had a big argument. And then Nepal, we just never grouped up and we argued about it during the second point, and we just never got to touch one of the points.
Yeah, definitely unfortunate. It's always a challenge in a team setting to make sure comms are all on the same page. People are able to set aside differences for like the time and just focus on the match at hand. But given all like the adversity you guys faced, I still wanted to say like you guys played incredibly well and made a very like entertaining game for us to cast. And yeah, good luck in the next games, and thanks for an entertaining night.
Yeah. Yeah, very, very good game by GG. We just didn't practice. We kind of were more focused on the Valkyrie game coming up. We kind of thought this team would, not gonna lie, be a pushover, and they slapped us today. Guess we should have practiced a bit better for this team, but it happens, you know, I can't really complain. I guess like this whole kind of week been hard on me personally, just kind of keeping myself motivated to keep playing Overwatch has been the one rough area with me, because like my grandma came over, and then like it's kind of this game I kind of wanted to dedicate this season to her, just because of all the stuff that she did. Like she literally, whenever she came over here, she would let me play Overwatch instead of hanging out with her. So I wanted to win this. I didn't really, when you play for like just yourself, you don't really care, but when you play for someone else, it kind of, the losses like these ones feel 10 times worse. But it's all right. We'll bounce back. You know, Valkyrie's a team that we wanted to beat, so we'll beat them, and hopefully we can keep up some momentum after that.
Yeah, season's definitely not over. And love to hear like a great like personal story and motivation like that. I'm sure you'll make your grandma proud next game and get back on track to what has otherwise been a great season for you guys.
Yeah, let's just fucking shut up. Let's just shut up Valkyrie and let's move on. Let's just do what we need to do.
I'm looking forward to the match.
Yeah, sounds like a great game plan for you guys.
Yeah, just let's move on. Like, this is one game. I'm just gonna go, like, I'm not gonna dwell on this match. I'm just gonna go fucking guns blazing into the next game. Like, I like Valkyrie, but like, I also want to get, like, I want to get rid of their zero now. It's now some more motivation now. I want to get rid of their zero so they can join us.
Yeah. Love to hear that fire and motivation coming back from you. Yeah, GG. We'll be wrapping up. But yeah, it was our pleasure.
Yeah, alright. See you guys. Have a good day.
Have a good one.
Yeah, so that was all for the interviews. Like, I want to, reiterate the score, 3-2 GG. MVPs as well were Big Leberski, Luxwalt, and First Banana for RFM. So, yeah, this has been Tree, CB, and Yarbles here with the mild tier round 5. So, looking forward to the next few games coming up. I believe we got one next week, right?
Yeah, next Saturday the 14th.
Yeah, so look out for that one, guys. And this has been all from us at Ron's Tacos. So thank you all for watching.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure.